Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build the perfect channel wall every single time, regardless of what type of base you have, whether it's a square base, a rectangular base, or a circle base. Doesn't matter what base you have, you'll be able to build the perfect channel wall every single time. So we're going to begin with the rectangle base design. Alright, so we're going to start with the corners of the base. So you're going to want to use triangle foundations. So you're going to place a square foundation on either side of the base, doesn't matter, and then you're going to place a triangle foundation so it's pointing directly diagonal away from the base. You want to make sure it's directly diagonal. So if you place a couple triangles, that's not going to work because it's going to be off just by a little bit. As you can see, we have this extra space here, and that we don't want that. We want the triangle to face diagonal to where the base is. And once you get that in the corner, you're going to want to extend it as far as possible. Mine is super long just because my base is pretty small, but if your base is a rectangle and it's a lot bigger, it won't extend this long, and that's okay. We're going to do that on every single side. We're going to place a square foundation and then a triangle foundation to find that corner. Another way to help make sure that your channel wall starts off properly is by just doing a low foundation with either triangles or squares going all the way around your base, just to make sure there's no gaps anywhere, make sure you didn't misplace anything. You can just do this all the way around your base, and then it'll tell you exactly what it needs, whether it's a square or a triangle, and then you can actually continue to build your channel wall from there. And we're going to extend this bridge all the way to the outskirts of the building privilege. You want to make sure that every portion of your bridges are within TC range. You don't want them half sticking out. I know they're not going to decay, but you're not going to be able to place doors if it's sticking outside of your building privilege. Once you're done with the four corners of your base, we're going to go to the short side of the base. So as you can see, we have 4 square foundations on this side and then 2 here. You're going to want to go to this corner and you're going to find the center of this. My base is currently even right here, but if yours is odd, just start wherever the dead center of your base is. So for me, it's right in between these two, and I'm going to use a triangle foundation to get into the center of the base. Alright, once you're done building your bridges, they should look something like this, where they're all sticking out symmetrically. They each have an even amount of space going all the way to the edge of your building privilege. Now, if for whatever reason one section can't build past a certain point on one bridge, let's say this bridge is one short because of the terrain or whatever reason, but all the other ones are longer, you're going to want to start with the shortest one. You want to make sure that your channel wall is symmetrical, so you don't want to start with one of the longer ones and then get to the shorter bridge and then have to redo your entire channel wall and waste all your materials and time. So if you have a shorter one, start with the shorter one. If they're all symmetrical and perfectly fine, that's good. So we're gonna do our doors first, because for some reason doors aren't able to be placed whenever you have high foundations on either side of them. Doors are going to be the first thing that we do. So for each corner, we're going to start off with high triangle foundations and go all the way to the sides. Then once you get to the sides of the base, it should require a square foundation. But remember, we got to place our doors first. Okay, now we have these squares, and then once again, because we have one square on this side, we're going to require another square on the other side. Once we have our square down, we can place our roof. Then again, we're going to start off with triangles, and this time it's going to go triangles all the way to the end. Triangles all the way to the edge like so. Make sure to place your door frames and doors before you actually finish off that last foundation. Once you're done completing your channel wall, you should have something that looks like this. It'll be perfectly symmetrical. Your channel wall will start from the 4 corners of your base along with the short side of your base. You can do something, you can place another bridge in between the center of your base, but that's up to you. but that's up to you. So now you also have 6 doorways for you to be able to come through, or you can just put a high foundation square wherever some of those doors are. Maybe you want to have 1 entrance, 2 entrances. It's up to you totally. And this is what your china wall will look like if you do a rectangular base. You can upgrade your entire china wall to whatever resource you have. Once your china wall is completely upgraded to whatever material you have, we're gonna place our window frames going all the way around. Once you're done with your window frames, add some windows in every single one, and then add some stairs all the way around. That way people can scale your china wall. And there we go. That is your perfect china wall right there. If you want to add a secondary china wall, you're more than happy to do so. All you gotta do is literally just follow the same building plan on every side. The china wall is built with triangle foundations because it adds 2 layers of foundation, and as we all know, foundations have an insane amount of health. So you can see it's got 36,000 health right here. So people are gonna be forced to go through the doors because not only do you have 1 triangle foundation to go through, but you have 2 of them that are 36,000 health, and I guarantee you people are not gonna want to waste their boom on that. You're gonna want to go through the doors, and then you can have a whole bunch of turrets just pointed at these doorways. That way whenever someone does come through, it's a whole lot easier to take him out. Like I said, this china wall works with any base type, whether it's a circle, square, rectangle, shit, even triangle it'll work with. As you can see, we built a china wall around a triangle base, but here is an aerial view of the china wall on a triangle base. We just saw it on a rectangle base, and here's a china wall on a circular base. So you can see it is perfectly symmetrical, everything is closed, and once again we also have 6 bridge pillars coming out from the base to the china wall. So 6 is your lucky number. It'll always make your china wall perfectly symmetrical and make it be perfect every single time. So regardless of your base design, whatever type of base you have, whether it's a square, rectangle, triangle, circle, doesn't really matter. Even if it's an odd shape, you can identify what type of shape it is overall, whether it's a rectangle, a square, or a circle base. Anyways guys, that's gonna be it. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, let me know what you thought. Be sure to join our Deadside server. It is a US Central server. The server is called Delinquents. You can look it up on the private server tab on Deadside. There is no aim assist, but it is a solo duo trio, max loot, max missions, max vehicles. So if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, let me know what you thought, and that's gonna be it.